What's up, everybody? Victor Pena here with Omniprint International, and today we have a special treat. One of our good customers, Trey, he's here to show you guys how he started his business from a warehouse job to create his own apparel line and also print for others at only 22. And remember, you stay to the end. He's going to share how he did it and how he's getting the bag, printing for others, printing his own designs with print on demand. We're starting right now. So why don't you start us off? Maybe tell us a little bit about you, where you're from, and a little bit about your company.
22 years old. I'm from Colton, California. So I started off with, I was working in a warehouse back in like early 2020. Then I was on my lunch break and I had seen somebody posted that they had got a design done for their company. He was making cheesecakes at the time. And so I had seen the design and I was like, man, that was a pretty clean design. So I was like, who do you go to? And so he had plugged me in with the guy. He was like, check him out. I hit him up. And I had the choice. All right, I had some money left over, so I was like, it's either getting a pair of shoes or getting the design done. Not thinking the design was going to take me far. So I ran him the idea. This is my shoebox money design. He was like, all right, cool. This is I need this down. And then we went from there. And then I was like, whether it was the go-to or not. So I ran with that, and I'm still pushing that design to this day.
That's awesome, man. So it started off with you're at a warehouse job, and you're like, man, I could do something. I could create a design and then take it somewhere.
Yeah, because I had that design in my back pocket for like a minute, but I never really jumped on it. Didn't know too much about designers, clothing. I mean, it was just going to be a design just to have, but I posted it up and people were like, you stole that on a shirt. And I was like, dang, might as well. So when I ran with that, it was, game over from there.
That's crazy. So how did you find that designer? Because, a lot of people have ideas. Hey, I want to start a brand. I have this design idea, but they never go to the step of finding someone to create it. How did you do that?
The guy I plugged, he had got his work done, and I reached out to him. And from there, it was...
Like on Instagram?
On Instagram. It was all on Instagram. And then from there, went from one designer to the next, and I'm working with one of the best designers right now in the game.
Damn, that's awesome. Social media, guys.
Social media, most definitely.
Yeah, so it's like if you have an idea, doesn't matter your age. You're right now you're 22,
Yes, sir.
And you started at 20 doing this.
Yes. So that's why I try to get a lot of people, they don't like to hear it from me, the little, youngster or whatever.
Yeah.
I try to tell people, if you don't take that next step, you're going to be stuck where you're at. I was working at a warehouse not too long ago with somebody. He was like, I only planned being here for a year. He did design work as well, but he was like, next thing you know, 10 years flew by. And I was like, that motivated me, and I was like, yeah, that's not going to be me. I can't stick around that. I mean, if you're comfortable working a 9 to 5, that's cool. But, on this end, I'm trying to, build generational wealth for my kids. So it's like, I can't be stuck in one place. I'm looking to grow in all places. You get me?
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a good point. You want to talk about, instead of your job, you want to talk about what wealth you can be creating. You know, a lot of people at your age, they're not thinking about that.
Yeah, no. See, that's what I grew up in a low income family in a low income area, so that really pushed me. Seeing my mom struggle with 4 kids, and I just knew like, all right, I can't be like this with my children. So from there, I was just like, I got to get on my A game. Seeing a lot of people around me struggling, let me do this. Let me try to do this. And if you told me like I'll be making bank off of T-shirts years back, I would have looked at you like you're funny.
Yeah,
I would have just looked.
That's a good one. Making bank off of T-shirts, man.
Bank off of T-shirts.
All right, so you got this design done. People are like, they started liking it even before you're trying to sell it.
Yes.
What made you look into getting a machine for yourself and then starting that apparel business?
So with that, I was so used to the swap meet prints, the big old sticker.
Yeah.
So
swap meet prints.
Yeah. So,
don't do the swap meet prints.
I try to tell people, but so people are so comfortable with that stuff until they see the quality on the machine and the quality prints. Dang. But so I was thinking about going to Swap Me to get my shirts printed, and then I had seen somebody post there, it was Angel Boy.
Yeah.
I had seen him promote his business, so I believe this was when he was first starting out. And so I was like, Swap Me, let me go try him out, And when I seen this machine, I was just like, what the hell? Like, it was something I never seen. So I was like, let me go with him. I went to him, and I was like, damn, the quality, man, it's crazy. Like I said, I didn't know about this stuff. I was like, damn, DTG. So I ran with him, was looking around, found other people, went with them, and then, eventually came across this money. It was either like, I was low-key in the same position. It was like, okay, I got this amount. Am I gonna, go take the step to go ahead and buy the printer, or am I just gonna, go blow this money? And so I was thinking at the time, because I was like, who am I gonna get as customers, this and that. But I took that step, and man, I'm glad I did, because it was a big step. It was a big step for me.
Huge, man. Especially like you're 20, you run into some money. Mm-hmm. In my 20s, and a lot of people's 20s, they probably blow that money.
Yeah, for sure. Just people my age, they're not really onto that. No. Or like me trying to get other people older than me into like, like, hey, let's run some t-shirts, like let's invest, They just look at me like, man, you're young, you don't know what you're talking about. But at the end of the day, the income on that, man, it's crazy.
And how has it been like being able to produce that kind of quality for you? How's the machine been for you? How's your experience been with being able to make some money?
I mean, it's been real great. It's been real great. Because like I said, when you go to Swap Me, you're used to these sticker prints. And when people come to me, they're like, oh, is it going to be the same thing? And I'm just like, man, just trust me. I'll run you a sample, and you check it out and see if you like it. So once I run that sample, it's game over. They're like, damn, what have I been doing this whole time?
So you show them the quality, you give them a sample. That's kind of the way that you promote and like your business card.
Yeah, some people that don't know about it, I try to like look, check it out, compare shirts, and then just like, wow, it's crazy. You can bring a whole image to life.
What kind of challenges did you have, starting up? Obviously, you didn't come from money. You didn't come from somebody teaching you how to invest. Like, what kind of challenges you did, like after you're starting up, would you say you had, and then how did you push through them?
Honestly, all glory to God, I've never had no problems with it. I've always had customers since day one.
That's awesome.
I can, shout out Angel Boy for that, because him putting me onto that. I could say it like this, I haven't had a day off from printing, and I can't remember how long.
Dude, that's awesome.
I can't remember.
I know you were just saying, I gotta get this done. Let's go get some more printing done. I gotta go home.
Right after this, I gotta get printing too.
That's awesome. And so tell us about like how much you work, how many days, how many hours. Like obviously now you control your own schedule.
Yeah. So I quit a warehouse job about a month back. It's been a month since I've worked in the warehouse. I'm doing real good. So when I was working in the warehouse, I would work my hours, go home, print all night, and only get like 3 hours of sleep every day.
Damn.
So I was like, I'm constantly doing it, and I had a problem with people telling me like, look, you gotta slow down. It's like, I'm not trying to hear all that. I gotta feed my kids, and it's like I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. So let me stick to what I'm doing. And then so I quit that job, and now I'm like working every day. I'm trying to get up at 7. Sometimes I'm working 14, 15 hours shifts in my house. So it's like, man, it's real good.
That's awesome, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the power of like not listening to negativity and haters.
Oh, for sure, because people will bring you down.
Yep.
People love to bring you down. If you're doing better than somebody, I try not to put it out there. I'm not doing better. I try not to make it look like that. But like when people tell me like, look, you gotta, and then I'm just like, look, let me be. You do you, I do me. Like.
Yeah.
And it was people I was close with. People in my family. Like, it's just, you always got a hater, and it's like I exclude that. I put those plugs in my ears, and I don't listen to nobody.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So now you're doing it. You're out of your 9 to 5. You're doing it on your own. What are you doing to get business? Like, where do you promote? Where do the orders come from?
See, that's something I have to work on myself. Promoting, on my social medias. because I really don't post much on social media. When I do, people reach out. Usually word of mouth, I get big orders in. Those people are like, dang, man, these shirts are crazy. They tell their people, their people come to me. So it's honestly, I'm not doing much promoting as of right now, but that's something I have to work on. But big orders, people and like, hey, who'd you get your shirts from? Like, and they, he did them. They reach out to me, and I'm still staying busy.
Where can people get a hold of you? What's your social media where you're using for your business?
I have 2 Instagrams. My main Instagram is Trey6, TREY, number 6, IXX. And my business, my printing company business is Kids from the Corner Printing Co. It's KIDSFRM, the Corner Printing Co. And that's where you guys can reach me at.
If you're in this business, you're a creator out there, and you're at a job or you're already out of your job and you're printing and you're struggling, I want you to listen to people that are pushing through the struggles, how they did it, because regardless of your background, you can make it happen, all right? So
yes,
that's super inspirational, man. Give me some insight on like how many orders a month you're doing, or prints per month.
Man, I say probably, I'm trying to get at least 100 shirts out a day. So probably around like 2,000-3,000 a month.
Man, that's nuts. With one machine?
Yeah.
No wonder Jose's trying to get you to get a second machine.
That's why I'm like, man, I gotta work on my, not volume alone, but I gotta expand the space, because I'm just working in my living room.
Yeah.
It's my dining area.
Making cash bags from your living room.
Man, it's crazy. If you like I said, if you would have told me years back, like, oh, you're gonna be printing T-shirts, making bank.
Yeah, that's a good one. Get the bag from your living room.
Right. Work from home.
So where do you want to take it? Like, what goals do you have for growing?
For growing, man, so like as of right now, I'm currently looking at a spot in the swap meet to open up a space. So I'm looking into that, and the competition in there. I know once I get in there, customers see this machine, and it's something they're not used to. That's I'm taking everybody out in there. That's what I look forward to. That's one of my plans right now, working on that. So within the next few weeks, God willing, I'll be hoping opening my own spot.
I love that. So one of the things that this show does is it also provides a way for you to ask me some questions on hey, things that you've been thinking about. How can I do this? How can I do that? I've been in the business for a long time.
Yes.
A lot of failures. A lot of growth. So there's a lot of stuff that I learned along the way. My main thing is how can I share that with you guys and give back. So what would you say your main top 2 or 3 questions that you feel you have some challenges with growing or whatever, marketing, selling, it doesn't matter, that you could ask that I could help you with?
Like the audience, like how would you go about that? Because like I said, I have trouble promoting it at times because I'm so busy. So how would you go about promoting your specific business? Because people tell me like, oh, you got to get a website, and I'm like, I'm doing this and that. I don't got 10 hands, so it's like, how would you go about that yourself?
First, when it comes to social media, you either got to make a commitment to say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna post every day, even if it's like I'm posting myself printing, because people like that content, right? They like to see you hustling in the job, and then they like to see the quality. And then you got to tell them what to do when they see you. So they're like, hey, you want a shirt order, hit my link.
Okay.
And you just got to make that conscious effort, because trust it, for me, I'm a recovering engineer. I didn't want to do any social media shit, because if I want to reach more customers, if I want to reach the vision and the mission, then I have to do it.
Yes.
Right. So you just have to make it an effort, and then start, and then just don't look back. A post every day, and then share it in the story.
Okay.
Make sure you're doing reels if it's just on Instagram.
Okay.
Man, that's it. It might take you 5 minutes. The main key is, remember, when you get in social media, you have to use it. Don't let it use you.
Okay.
So don't be scrolling and shit. Oh, I like the reel.
Yeah, that's my problem.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, that's my problem.
So you're gonna have to say, hey, you know what? I could literally use this because all of a sudden it's 15 minutes, right? And you've been scrolling on shit. So I'm gonna use this 15 minutes. I'm gonna post 2 print shots, and I'm gonna post a story and a reel, and then I'm gonna close it. And then it's not that easy, you know. Sometimes I find myself like, you know, oh shit. So I got a little cat picture or some
gotta
shit.
move to
Or
the
like,
side.
yeah, the Snoop Dogg are posting a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, nobody's perfect. The point is, if you get in a rhythm, post what you're doing, post about your day.
Okay.
If you look at my stuff, I'm posting about work, business.
It's all in business, man. That's
yeah.
what I like. That's what I like.
You know, I don't post negative shit. I'm posting about my workouts, my family. That's it. I know you got a free trial of our workflow software, our website. So I'll have Jose reach out, and we'll send you that information, and we'll also link it for you guys. What is it? I'll give you a little bit of backstory. A lot of our customers during COVID, and even now, don't have a website like you,
Yes,
right?
Don't.
Because people get scammed. They got to set up a website. Oh, this guy said he was gonna do it, or my uncle's stepdaughter's cousin's dog says they were gonna do my website, you know, and then nobody does shit, right?
Yeah.
So we decided to create a software. It's called Work. What it does is it automates how you receive your orders. You have a website that comes with it. You could set up customers or websites for your customers. It manages your artwork. People pay on there. So it's easy to set up. So make sure you take advantage of it, because when you start promoting, you want to send somebody to where they can easily buy. Because right now they're going into your DMs, right? And now you got to have this conversation. You're not getting paid for it.
I don't know.
And then you have unread DMs, people that need stuff. So you're losing money.
Yes.
So you got to like kill all of that. So if you send them a link, and then bam, that's where it starts getting good, because now the orders are coming in. And you know, when people says, I want to make money when I'm sleeping, you can't do that if you don't have a way for people to pay you when you're sleeping.
Yes.
I got to tell you, not many like 22-year-olds have asked me those. So that's good. What else you got?
So when it comes down to like me trying to work with people, like, you know, it's like I said, I'm looking to open up a spot, and you know, there's days I'm not gonna be able to be there. So it's like, how do you go about, who do you pick, or who do you know, who's your go-to when it comes to trusting people? So, because I have that issue, because I mean, you know, people could push a shirt without recording it. You get me?
Yeah.
And you know, you delete the file and it's out of there. So it's like, who do you look towards? Would you go about a random, or would you go about like people you know yourself? Like, okay, you know, because I know sometimes it's like you can't mix family and business, and that's one thing I'm like,
Yeah. So, man, it's one of the hardest things to do, the hardest question, but it's a great one, right? Because you can only grow if you're able to duplicate yourself on what you're doing, all right? So, number one, it's all about finding the right people out there that match where you want to go, right? So, you have to get good at, you say you have a vision, right?
yes.
So then you have to be good at saying, hey, you know what? This is the vision, guys. This is what I'm looking at the next 2, 3, 5 years. This is where we can be at, right? So you establish that vision, and then you find people that get fired up about it.
Yes.
Because guess what? It's going to be difficult at the beginning. So you want somebody to be fired up. And then, you know, our mission is on the wall. Did you see that?
The walking right here?
Yeah, those are our values.
Okay.
And then there's a big wall over there that says our mission, right? So everybody here knows what we're here to do, right? It says we empower business owners globally to thrive with print on demand. And what does that do? When everybody walks in, they're like, all right, that's what we're here to do. We're not here to drink coffee. We're not here to complain. We're actually here to help our customers win, right? That's what we're here to do. And then you see the values, you know, that says like commitment, results, you know, inspiration, all that stuff. That's how they got to show up.
Yes.
So for you, you want to start thinking of those things, communicate the vision, tell people how, why, how you can get there, because they got to trust you. Because now you're going to be their provider.
Yes.
You know, when you're working at the warehouse, you know the check's going to show up.
Oh, for sure.
So they have to be that confident that your check's going to show up. So that's foundation, right?
Yes.
A lot of people get stuck on, oh, I don't want to hire, people suck and blah blah. Like, but you forget to start with a good foundation, and then you know who doesn't have the values that you do, who doesn't have the hustle or whatever your values end up being, right? Yeah. And then you can know who doesn't have the same mission. Like, for example, if there's somebody here that says, hey, I don't really care about helping the customers, they don't survive here.
Yes.
Right? Because that's actually the mission of the business.
Yes.
So you set that up first, and then you'll see who's a positive person, who do I want to be around, who can I trust, all right? Find people that you can trust, and then you can build with them, all right? And then number 3 on that, have systems of accountability. What does that mean? It means that I'm telling you to set up that system so your orders can go through there. Okay. Right? Your orders go through there. You can lock up your machine, and you could be like, hey, you know what? Every order has to go through here, and you know it's being processed and paid, and then it doesn't get printed if they don't have a slip. Okay. You know? So you can do a few different ways, and plus, you get the right people, they're not going to scam you. Yes. And then sometimes you're going to get scammed. You got to push through it. Yes. You know how many times I get scammed? Man, I don't even think about it no more. Yeah. What I do is I'm like, what did I do to take some responsibility of how did I get scammed? How did I create it? You know? That's different. Yeah. Now I got power instead of somebody else having some power, right? So that's a great question. It's the biggest struggle for everyone. When you're ready for people, you're ready. The reality is no one person can do anything big. Yes. So if your vision's big, start now letting people know about the vision, and then can they come with you? Yes. When they come with you, they better be positive and they better do these things. Yes. You know?
I'm trying to get people on, but like dealing with I had to deal with a few people. I try to bring in on the the little involvement where it was people wouldn't show up just because it's not I'm paying you cash, but it's like, oh I show up on whenever I try to tell them show up at this time, they don't show up. So it's like I've been on my nip shit lately, just solo the whole way. Yeah. So it's like, that's why I go about it, just doing it. I'm like, I'm gonna do it myself, but I gotta learn some things when I get into that space to where I can't be there certain days, so it's like I gotta have somebody there. So that's what I gotta work on now.
Yeah, you do. You have to work on it. Sometimes at the beginning is normal. We look around our circle of people, family, friends, all right, and you're like, you find the one that's fucking unemployed that actually has the time to help you. There's a reason why. Yeah. They're lazy. Yeah. Right, and then you're like, hey, fuck, maybe I could get this guy to work. Hey, come over here to work. Then you're like, oh shit, yeah, you are lazy. So what you could do is instead promote and say, hey, you know what? I'm looking for this kind of person. Put out a post. If that's you, hit me up, and then I could show you my vision. And then they want to work there. They want to work and help you on the vision, right? Instead of you pulling the laziest mofo that had time to try to show up on time. See how that's backwards?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. It's not just shit I make up, right? It's like I've lived through it throughout, so many years. My job's to help you guys skip all that stuff and go straight to success, But those are great questions. I think, one of my biggest takeaways for you guys out there, and make sure you're following and plug in. Send them messages. If you're not ready to get your own equipment, send them some orders. All right. Sure. If somebody can hustle their way out of a hard upbringing, get out of their warehouse job, get their machines, make money doing what they love. You know they're gonna take care of you. They're gonna take care of their equipment, take responsibility, so I'm super pumped for you and what's coming. Glad to have you on, man. I know it was a long time coming, so
yes.
It was good. Good shit, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you being here.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, man. And there you have it. All of the game, how to get the bag from Trey. And make sure, guys, if you like this stuff, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. That way, YouTube can share this information. And make sure you're following Trey on his journey as well. And we'll see you on the next episode where we empower business owners globally to thrive with print on demand. And we help you push through and get the bag like Trey says. All right?
Sir.
See you on the next one.